These students are learning a social skill, and the social skill is eye contact. So students will be able to demonstrate through role play what good eye contact is, and they will also be able to discuss the difference between a good conversation and a bad conversation through eye contact habits. So you'll be ran through different steps on how to have good eye contact and good habits. So the first three steps are laid out for our students. And the eye contact is something that good communicators use all the time. But when you're talking about that with your students, you want to say that you're not staring directly at someone, and eye contact is not necessarily always a good thing or always a bad thing. And then the next one is your eyes show how you feel more than your words and body language. That is a big one to elaborate on, and talking about gestures and the way that you do form or your tone in your voice and how you form sentences and so forth. It is key in our language that most of our communication is nonverbal. Eye contact is powerful, so use it carefully. And just like reiterating on the first step, staring at someone is threatening and it makes people uncomfortable. Steps 4 and 5, eye contact with someone before you start talking to a person is key, because that way they know that you're actually talking and paying attention to you. Eye contact is not staring. Once again, it's a big one. Sometimes they think that you have to make eye contact and just lean over and stare into a person's eyes, but that's not a good habit as either. So it does give a good estimate as to how long they should be making eye contact with someone, about 1 to 7 seconds, and then look away every once in a while. And a good listener, or the listener looks at the speaker more than the speaker looks at the listener. Steps 6 and 7, if you're talking to someone and you want to keep talking, you avoid making eye contact. That's a signal that you're still talking, or you're still taking your conversation turn. Don't do this often or people think you're too bossy or controlling. And that's a big thing, is when you dictate conversations, whether it's through gestures or through how you're talking to someone, that's another way of forming bad habits. And another bad habit that you should discuss is sunglasses. When you make eye contact, when you have sunglasses on, you're not allowed to make eye contact with someone, and it's hard to read a person's face. A good way to put this out there is actually like a poker game. They hide their poker face through sunglasses a lot of the time. And now, practicing your steps. This is mainly for students, but parents can use the skill as well, or teachers or whoever. So once you run through the notes, then you go through, how to practice eye contact through role playing and demonstrating bad habits. And then you want to demonstrate bad habits, but you also want to demonstrate good habits. And then when you do that, you always want to discuss after that single role play and talk about what happened and why it happened. And you can do that whether it's small group or whole group.